In this video, we'll add data register and label to the Square program so that we can draw the Square program multiple times. Here is the outline of this video. I will first review the motion instruction, use the robot guide to demonstrate how to draw the square once. In the second part of this video, I will introduce the concept of data register and label, use the robot guide to demonstrate how to draw the square for 3 times. At the end, I will use LRMate to demonstrate drawing the square 3 times. In this slide, I will review the motion instruction. When we jog the robot to a point, record this point in the program. A line of motion instruction will be recorded. Here is one line of the motion instruction, J P1 100% fan. This J represents motion type, J for joint, L for linear, C for circular, A for circular arc. P is the position type. P represents position. PR, also there's another choice, PR. PR represents position register. Position register is a recorded position which can be accessed globally outside the current program. In this video, we only use position, not the position register. The value 1 in the middle represents the position number. It can range from 1 to 32,767. Over here, this 100% represents the motion speed. It can range from 1% to 100%. If the motion type is linear, a specified speed value will appear here instead of the percentage. The last one, fan. This word, fan, represents termination type. Fan termination type requires the robot to stop at the destination position before moving to the next position. Continuous, this is CNT. The range can be from 0 to 100. This CNT allows the robot to slow down when the robot gets closer to the destination position. Without stopping at the destination position, the robot can move on to the next position without stopping. In creating the Squares program, we will use some hard keys and soft keys on the teaching pendant. We need to use this on and off key to turn on the teaching pendant. We also need to use the coordinate key over here to select the jogging method. Since we are drawing a square, the jogging method word is recommended over here. Pressing the select hard key will display all the available programs. In the select screen, we can also have access to all those soft keys. For example, type, create, delete, monitor, etc. Here, we'll use this create soft key to create a new program. We can call it My Square. After we type in My Square as the program name, we need to use the enter key, enter hard key, to confirm the program name and begin this new program. Now we begin to draw a square program using robot guide. On the teaching pendant, we can use the hard key select to see all the programs. Now, on the teaching pendant, the create key, the soft create key is available. We can click this create key to create this new program. We can use the keyboard to type in the program name, My Square. Hit enter, enter again. Now we are in this recording mode. We first jog our robot to the first point we like to record. Here we use the Shift and positive X key. Move the robot to the first point. Okay, we can use the Shift and Soft key point to record the first point. After we have recorded this first point, we need to jog our robot to the second point. We can use this point as our second point. Again, we will use the Shift and Point key to record the second point. Now, we can move our robot back to get to the third point. We can stop over here, record the third point, Shift and Point. Next, we move our robot to the fourth point. Now we'll use the Shift and Point key to record our last point, the fourth point. After we have recorded all those 4 points, we can move our cursor to the first line, the beginning of the program, and also use this Shift forward to run this program. Okay. From this test run, we can see we have created this square program successfully. In the second part of this video, I will introduce data register and label in the program. Using data and label, we can draw the square multiple times. Data register is a storage place for a number. It can track how many parts used, how many cycles the program has run. Also, it can work as a timer, etc. The syntax of a data register is Rx equals certain value. In our example, we set R1 equals 0 to begin to count how many times we draw the square. In order to introduce data register to the program, we need to first click the Instruction soft key, select Registers. After we select the register, the Register Statement menu appears. In the Register Statement menu, we first select the choice 1, ... equals ... to set R1, our counter, as 0. Later, after we draw this square for the first time, we will select the second choice, 2 ... equals ... plus ... to increase the R1 by 1. Label is a mark of the location in a program. Label can allow the program to branch or jump from one place to another. The syntax of label command is label X, then comment. The X is the label number. The comment can describe the label or what we use this label for. To introduce label and jump label to the program, we first need to use the Instruction soft key. Afterwards, we select jump label, number 5, jump label. After we click or we select the 5 jump label, then the jump statement menu will appear on the screen. We first select the choice label brackets to define label 1. Later, after we draw the square for the first time, we will select the choice jump label to jump label 1 to draw the square again. This slide shows the complete program to draw the square 3 times. At the very beginning of our program, line 1, we set the counter R1 as 0. Line 2, we place one label, label 1. From line 4 to line 7, it is the block of the motion instructions for drawing the square with all those 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4. After drawing the square, in line 9, we increase our counter by 1. Line 10, if our counter is still less than 3, we will ask the program to jump label 1 to draw the square one more time. In this example, we'll use our previous square program. We first use select key to see all those programs. Now we find our program my square. We can just select it, click on it, enter. Okay, now it's our square program. We move the cursor to the first line. We can search for the edit command, the soft key. Now we can insert 3 lines. We type in 3, enter. We want to first set our counter R1 equals 0. We need the instruction command, register. We use the first choice. We use R, then we use R1, enter, equals constant. The constant now we set as 0, click on enter. This is our counter, we set it as 0. Now we need a label. So we use the instruction key, then to find number 5, jump label, then we select label. Now we use label as label 1 over here. We do the enter. Now we can move our cursor to the end. We can use the edit command again to insert several lines. Here we insert another 3 lines. Over here at line 8, we have drawn this square for once. We like to increase our counter by 1. So we add another instruction line. So over here, we use the register. So we use the second choice, then we use R1, enter, equals R1, enter, plus the constant. The constant, we can set that as 1 over here because we are increasing our counter by 1. We hit enter. Now we need to introduce our selection command, the instruction. We use the instruction, go to if select number 3. We will use if our counter R1 less than 3, so we choose number 3, if ... less than ... Okay, after this if, we use R, then we put R1 over here. Less than, we put a constant because we want to draw 3 times. Then we use constant 3. Then we use enter. Next, we want them to, if the counter is less than 3, we want them to the program go back to label 1 to run it again. So we use jump label 1. Enter. Now we move our cursor to the first line. We use the Shift forward key to run this program, to draw the square 3 times. One, two, three. Okay, in this program, we introduced the counter and label. Also, we introduced this selection command. We let this program draw the square for 3 times.
In the demonstration with the physical robot, I tied a red wire to the end of this gripper. I will use the tip of this red wire to mark the point location on this magnetic mat. In this demonstration with the physical robot, I will use a previously defined program. The program is to draw the square with this magnetic mat. Draw the square for 3 times. Now we turn on the teaching pendant, find the program, then start jogging of the robot. Run this program. Now we use the shift and forward to run this program. Sure, we hold on the Deadman switch and use the shift forward, run this program. One, two, three. Okay, this concludes our physical demonstration of drawing the square program for 3 times with the RR Mate.
In this video, I shared how to add data register and label to the square program so that we could draw the square multiple times. I first reviewed the motion instruction, used the RoboGuide to demonstrate how to draw the square for 1 time. In the second part of this video, I introduced the concepts of data register and label, and I used the RoboGuide to demonstrate how to draw the square for 3 times. At the end of this video, I used the RR Mate to demonstrate drawing the square for 3 times. Thank you for watching.